Am I only just recording this video, even though the UC application was technically due yesterday, and even though I had months when I could have done this? Yes I am, but that's okay. Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca, and today I will be reading my PIQs, or personal insight questions, which are the essays that would have successfully gotten me into the University of California, UCLA. What was that? That would have successfully gotten me into UCLA, UC San Diego, and UC Davis, not Berkeley. But that's okay. But yeah, I hope that this helps someone, and let's get into it. I highly doubt that anyone's going to be watching this video since it's so close, but class of 2021, hopefully I got you guys. Fingers crossed somebody sees this and is assisted or comforted in some way by me reading my essays. So just a bit of information about me. I'm actually an international student. I'm a dual citizen, so I am a citizen of the US as well as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean. So I really hope that this can help everyone, but specifically any international students who might feel that their chances are lower than. I'm here to tell you that it's not, unless you're applying to UC Berkeley. I'm kidding, that's not true. I'll edit that out. But yeah, I'm an international student who came from a different school system, and I was still able to get into these schools, and so can you. I sound so annoying already, wow. If anyone's interested, I probably can make a stats video. Again, this is probably just me talking to myself on my phone. Anyway, so just to give a bit of context for those of you that are watching the videos and just want to know, the prompts that I would have answered would have been firstly prompt 1, which deals with leadership, prompt number 6, which talks about an academic subject that inspires you, prompt number 7, which is the community and how you've contributed to your community, and lastly prompt number 8, which is kind of anything that you think makes you an outstanding applicant to the University of California. So I will begin with prompt number 1, and hopefully I'll have it somewhere in the vicinity. I'm reading right out of my application, so you know that these are final versions of my essays that I would have applied with. So prompt number 1. Describe an example of your leadership experience in which you have positively influenced others, helped resolve disputes, or contributed to group efforts over time. The congregation sat in confusion, murmurs echoing through the church as the light of day slipped away. There was an audible gasp as the lights turned off and the dimmers cast an ambient glow. This was the moment I had imagined, the suspense and anticipation as the radiance of our electric candles illuminated the sanctuary. The execution of our youth group dance transcended my own expectations as we transformed into heavenly creatures. The eruption of applause indicated that my guidance and planning had prevailed as we awakened the Christmas spirit and united the congregation in joy. As a young member of the Susumachar Church, I have noticed a recent lackluster spirit in our activities, and so decided to undertake certain tasks to catalyze spiritual evolution. From youth group activity planning to performance items, I was given creative control and the freedom to design and construct activities. The aforementioned experience is what I consider to be one of our most successful ventures yet, because of the overwhelming praise we received, but more importantly, because it came from a moment when I simply decided that as young people, we could take control of ourselves and actualize our grandiose ideas. This has proved challenging in a church with a dwindling youth population, where there is a major disconnect among generations. Nonetheless, I worked fervently to hearten my fellow young people. Even though I was the one in charge, I did my best to give everyone a voice, something they never had the opportunity to attempt before. I worked in tandem with our beloved Reverend, and we painstakingly built a relationship of respect between the elders and our youth. Truly, it has been gratifying, and the influence is evident as our youth are now entrusted to coordinate events without an overseer, and our opinions are taken into consideration. Many of the kids not much younger than I have openly approached me, thanking me for inspiring them and being open-minded. I have no official position, but I will continue fueling the power of our youth, for we are a force to be reckoned with. I'm just going to go straight into reading the second essay. So this would have been prompt number 6. Think about an academic subject that inspires you. Describe how you have furthered this interest inside and or outside of the classroom. Geography, Caribbean studies, biology, and chemistry represent only a few of the academic subjects I've pursued over the years that have engendered my infatuation and passion for learning, acquisition of knowledge, and vast perspectives. However, one of the most poignant of these subjects is literature, which teaches more than deciphering Shakespeare's plays or deconstructing the great novels of generations past. Literature breeds a way of life and fosters the manifestation of one's innermost thoughts. It is quite a unique phenomenon, the manner in which literature disciplines the mind without rigid conditioning. One is taught in the most abstract ways to search deeper, truly reflect and introspect, while laying your own mind bare, exposed to the elements of human nature. I have always felt an oxymoronic sense of vulnerability and complete safety when exposing my thoughts on paper. Postulating an idea or opinion in my mind is almost subconscious, but inscribing my deductions and arguments has a sense of finality, an act that cannot be undone. Yet, there is a sense of liberation and euphoria when I unveil my unadulterated viewpoint to the world. Literature has spurred me forward, heightening my awareness and appreciation of self as I built on intrapersonal and interpersonal relationships. From participating in competitions that allowed me to speak my mind, offering solutions for climate change, transcending physical and mental barriers to expressing every raw emotion on the spectrum of human sentiment, literature has been the backbone of my life. The insight and outlook that I cultivated as a direct result of this subject have filled the pages of my life with spirited debates in Model United Nations, to international literary achievements, to academic excellence, and to the affirmation of my feelings for others and for myself. My world without literature would have no form or structure. Every metaphor would be lost, and the meaning of my life would be blurred. I would have no depth to my point of view, and my very character would lack development and personality, being blind to the carefully crafted plot in every moment, in every story. Now, I just have to say that this essay was definitely, well, this personal insight question, oh my gosh, I keep getting confused, but this one was most definitely my favorite. And I mean, I chose all of my prompts and spoke on, activities that meant a lot to me, but this one, for some reason, to this day, is one of my favorite essays that I have written ever. And that's why you should really choose these questions with such intention and care, because you want to write on something that you want to talk about, that you want people to know about yourself. But anyway, let me not get carried away on whatever that was. The third essay that I would have written, which would have been PIQ number 7, and the prompt is, what have you done to make your school or your community a better place? The shrill sound pierces my ear and disrupts the serene churchyard as beads of sweat drip down my back. I continuously plead, chicos y chicas, silencio por favor, or Después de tres, dos, tres. I articulate countless other phrases I can just barely string together in a language that has sunk into the deep recesses of my brain. Yet, with my flauta in hand, I marvel as the children play on and on, following their self-made rhythms in perfect cacophony. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Cacophony. Cacophony? Cacophony. I need to look that up now. Wow, how do I pronounce cacophony? Cacophony. 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 I know the word, it's just I said it, so anyway. Yet, with my flauta in hand, I marvel as the children play on and on, following their self-made rhythms in perfect cacophony and playing to their heart's content. Bliss. It's pure bliss to see the beaming smiles on those innocent faces, knowing only a small fraction of the pain they have endured. The task is not simple and demands great patience, but teaching these Venezuelan children music and English at the Laramane Migrant Support Group is undoubtedly the most rewarding experience en todo el mundo. As the sole pioneering teacher of the music department, I have had to rise to the occasion when the odds were not in my favor. The scales were obviously unbalanced. 20 high-spirited kids and one me with my mastery of Spanish being far from fluent. Yet, I struggled through this barrier to ensure the children's comfort and understanding. Somehow, amidst the chaos, I impacted them. I built their foundational knowledge in a manner that drove them to be versatile and to open their minds to changing situations. We connected not only through broken Spanish or English or even body language, but our spirits spoke to one another through the universal language of music. Furthermore, this facilitated our nurturing of unbreakable bonds that enhanced interactions in all subject areas. Despite being thrust into a world and culture where so much was unknown to me, I aimed to be a leader and exemplar. I focused on shaping the classroom approaches, integrating these children into a foreign society, exposing them to new environments while showing them that despite their trials and tribulations, there will always be at least one soul devoted to cultivating a sense of humanity and creating opportunities where they did not exist before. So again, another essay that was definitely near and dear to my heart because of the experience in particular. And I think you will see for yourselves if you try to write on something that didn't impact you as deeply as something that might seem a bit more personal, you'll find it harder to write and express yourself freely. And like I said, choose these topics with utmost care for your own sake so that your applications can shine and really show admissions what you have to offer. So anyway, moving on to the last essay. This would have been prompt number 8. So, beyond what has already been shared in your application, what do you believe makes you stand out as a strong candidate for admissions to the University of California? I am unique. What does that truly mean? It implies that there is no one else like me who has an existence that can align with my own. However, is that true? Are there not similar people who have maintained similar extracurriculars or attained the same grades? Indeed, there are many coincidences and parallels, but no two people have lived the same life. A prime example of this is yours truly. I'm currently in the process of applying to the University of California in the midst of my gap year. I am an international student, yet I was born in the USA. I hail from the Twin Islands state of Trinidad and Tobago, which already puts me in a minority percentage of applicants. Yet, these things collectively help me to stand out. Indisputably, The University of California offers diversity and unconventional journeys. So too do I, given the heritage and literal melting pot of a society from which my principles and beliefs have been inculcated. I'm unique, yet I'm just like everyone else. I am full of quirks and insecurities, but I can exude confidence. I may be lost, but I know that I am. In my every doubt and uncertainty, I have an overwhelming self-awareness. Amidst my internal conflicts, I am so attuned to my every thought and emotion that there is a perfect balance between not knowing the path I'm meant to follow and knowing I'll be exactly where I'm meant to be. I don't believe, but I know that the University of California and I were crafted for one another. I am her smaller, undefined reflection. We value the same things. She is the multifaceted image and likeness that I crave, complete in her foundation and selflessly providing for the needs of others. I can guarantee that I will not only adapt to the diverse culture present here, but I can enrich the environment with my mind and perspective on life. Unequivocally, I have a soul longing to flourish in an open-minded environment where I can propagate change in my own life and the lives of others. Cut. So that's it. Those would have been the 4 essays that I included in my application to 4 UCs, and just to, I guess, reiterate which ones I would have applied to: University of California, Los Angeles, University of California, San Diego, University of California, Davis, and University of California, Berkeley. They did hit my feelings, but that's okay. So yeah, I think people really underestimate the power of these essays and how much you can really open up to the admissions officers and help them get to know you and show them what makes you interesting. And as you can see, I didn't have any super, how to say it, outstanding experiences. I think what would have really helped me would have been my writing style. But I do want to say this: I'm posting this video so late because I'm a procrastinator, and I did procrastinate to write these essays. So if you are watching this in the year 2020, chances are you waited until the last minute. I just said stupid things, but you waited until the last minute, and that's okay, because if you work really diligently at it, I promise you, you can still end up with a super excellent essay that will just blow admissions away. Again, I will say this again, and I'm sure you've heard it over and over if you've been watching all these videos from many different people. Choose topics that clearly mean a lot to you, and you will find that you'll be able to write so quickly, and the words and the really beautiful language will just come out of you naturally, because it'll be something that you're passionate about, or something that clearly impacted your life in a really impactful way. Wow, vocabulary. But yeah, so with that being said, if you're seeing this in the year 2020 in the process of applying to the University of California, good luck. Just wanted to put it out there that I am offering an essay editing service. You can reach out to me on my social media, which I will link in the description. Wow, so weird saying that, because I've seen so many people do that when they make these videos. And yeah, by now you could leave if you don't want to get to know me or whatever. If you have inquiries about the essay editing, reach out to me on Instagram or on TikTok at BeckyJat, BEKIJAT for both of those. I'll include them somewhere, so look out for that if you think you're really interested and you really desperately need the help. And otherwise, good luck. I hope that reading these essays gives you some kind of comfort, or maybe inspires you to talk about an experience that you didn't think you could have included in your essays and that you didn't think would have been impactful enough. Other than that, what else do I want to say? There's more that I want to say, I just can't think of what. If you are someone who would much rather pause and read these essays, because of time constraints, I would have included maybe closed captions or provided a picture of the essays, but because of me being late and procrastinating, as is usual if you know me, I don't think I'll have the time to put those in. Maybe I'll come back and eventually put them in as closed captions on YouTube, but right now I don't think I'll be able to do that. Technically, this is me taking a break from editing essays. If I'm editing your essay, hi, I'll be with you shortly. But yeah, I'll try to include closed captions. If not, go to my TikTok where I would have posted screenshots or like screen grabs, I don't know what to call it, of the essays, so you can pause and take your time and read through them carefully. If you maybe like some of the vocabulary that you heard, or you like the sequence, the phrases, just the experiences, and you kind of want to draw inspiration from that, feel free to go to my TikTok again, which I will link in the description or something below, and take your time, read through, reach out to me if you have general questions, even if you're not willing, even if you don't want to make use of the service that I'm offering and you just have like a really quick, really general question. I'll do my best to get to everyone. I could very well be talking to like no one right now, but who knows, we'll see. So yeah, I don't want this video to be long, so I will cut myself off there. If anybody wants to, I can try to make a stats video, because I really did have the intention of turning these into videos, like making a proper series, which I did on TikTok, but maybe I can do here as well depending on the response. But besides that, other than that, that's it for me. Hope that I was able to provide you some comfort or inspiration or something, and that it would have been helpful to you in some way. Good luck to everyone, whether you are applying in the year 2020 or 2021 or some year from now. I don't know how I'll feel about these videos in a few years, but we'll see how that goes. Other than that, good luck. Hopefully this is not the first and last time you'll see or hear from me. And thank you if you stayed till the end to look. Yeah, bye.